Greetings all, Ferrari 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017 and welcome to Monaco. Of course, the Monaco Grand Prix weekend is fast approaching and, well, I think Ferrari might be within a shout of doing well today. Specifically, I think Mr. Kimi Räikkönen could be within a shout of doing well in Monaco. So, we are going to drive the car of Mr. Räikkönen around the Principality, one-shot qualifying coming at ya. For the sake of full disclosure, this is my first run in F1 2017 in quite a long time, so, well, I really have no idea how quick or how not quick I am going to be. The thing about this game that tricks me up as we kiss the barrier twice through Casino Square is the braking. The brakes are very touchy in this game. Of course, the Ferrari is one of the better cars, I dare say, at many circuits the best car in the game. However, when the driver is not quite up to speed, best car in the world is not going to do anything for you. As I am quite convincingly proving right now, heading through the tunnel here, within sight of the ghost car of the pole sitter Sebastian Vettel, but we're P7 right now. Come on, come on, come on. Can we steal any time through the final sector? It's not looking likely. Raskas lighting up the rears, late turning into the final chicane. DRS is active. P6. Looks like that's where we're going to remain here. P6 on the grid here in qualifying. Not bad for a first lap out of nowhere, but could have been better for sure, considering our teammate is on pole as far as I can see.
Complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Vettel, Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Let's see, what a mess did we make of that qualifying session. Obviously, our teammate is on pole, followed by Hamilton and Bottas in the twin Mercedes machines. Ahead of us as well are Ricciardo in the Red Bull and Perez in the Force India. We have a Force India ahead of a Ferrari. That is somewhat disheartening. However, we have managed to out-qualify Max the Crash Verstappen. At least that's how he is making a name for himself this year. And just behind him, the other big crasher of 2018, Romain Grosjean. This could be an interesting start considering the two gentlemen immediately behind us. However, we're going to have to see how things get on in the race. Welcome to the grid. Here in Monaco, we have a bright, sunshiny day, as we are accustomed to seeing in the Principality. Those of you who have been stalwart fans of the channel will know that my recent exploits at Monaco in F1 2017 have not gone exactly well. However, we're going to try and remain optimistic and see how we get on. To the formation lap. Alright, so that pull away was decent, albeit being in Mix 2. We will be starting in Mix 3. Let's see, we'll open up the diff. I think that's probably prudent. We're starting on the ultra soft tires. We're going to be going long on our first stint. We'll see if we can sort of stay out for longer than the guys around us. That may be advantageous. We'll see what happens. Of course, if we knock our front wing off in Saint-Devote, that's going to be all for naught. We'll pit at the end of lap 1 and try and claw back anything that we might be able to gain via retirements. But hopefully, this all goes according to plan. Just working on building up some brake temperatures. Not really concerned about tire temps because we are on those ultra softs and they tend to like to stay cool at the start. They just warm up so quickly that warming them up on the formation lap is a little bit irrelevant. Get set for the start now, put the engine into Mix 3. And the computer takes over to form the grid. some trepidation here starting from P6. We do not have a clear track in front. However, we do have the majority of our rivals behind us. Of course, that's not to say that they won't try and do something into turn 1. Very tight in here. However, not uncommon to see guys going 3 wide into turn 1 around this place, particularly off the start. The rest of the grid is almost in position. Stand by for the lights. There's first gear, we've got the revs up, and off we go. Pretty good getaway. I don't think we could do anything into turn 1 though, and we get punched up the back. That's Verstappen. First incident of the race. Max Verstappen, and I'm being warned for that collision. That is utter bupkis. However, it looks like we are away from it with no harm done, and we maintain our starting position. In these opening laps, the objective is to keep our nose attached to the vehicle and to try not to lose any positions. Of course, if we could gain a couple, that would be nice, but I'd really not like to lose anything. We've got our fuel delta, plus 3.2 something. We may have to manage fuel later on. Carrying a little bit of extra fuel so I can stay in the more aggressive engine modes for a little longer. We are going long on this first stint. All right, there's Vettel with the fastest lap, as you might expect from pole position. Now the first flying lap of the Grand Prix, lap 2 of 25% race. We do have safety cars enabled should the need arise. We've gone purple in sector 1. Time's a bit irrelevant as we're comparing to a standing start. Okay. We have a little bit of a straight line speed deficit relative to the Force India. Straight line speed not that important around this place. Purple in sector 2 as well. We are definitely faster than Perez through sector 3. Vettel and Hamilton trading fastest lap.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
DRS enabled. For what it's worth, we only get it down start finish. If we're going to be stuck behind Perez, we're going to turn the engine back, save some fuel. Say personal best in sector 2. Bit of wheel spin there. Grab second gear a little early. DRS enabled. Perez also has DRS on Ricciardo in front of him, so our advantage is negated.
5.7 seconds.
5.7 seconds covering the top 6. We're really close to Perez here. Got about another lap to get past him. If we can't do it, we're going to turn the engine back. Playing the long game here. This may be undercut territory on Perez and maybe even Ricciardo, depending on when they stop and what we're able to do. In terms of lap times later on, Perez goes a little wide there, but he holds us up in the end. That is the magic of Monaco. You can get tantalizingly close to the guy in front, but real estate is the limiting factor around this place. Yep, fuel delta has dropped into the +1 and change territory. Rather surprised at the fuel consumption. Alright, our DRS advantage is negated. Drop back into mix 1, we'll save some fuel. Got plenty of space to the guys behind us. I have no idea what happened. There's nobody behind us at all. I wasn't aware of that.
Fuel target is +2. Let's move to mix 2 or 3, please.
They're saying turn the engine up. I disagree, fellas. Let's see what happened behind us. Full race update.
Inserting sixth. Red ahead of you. The gap less than a second. They're on fresh ultra softs. Verstappen is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 6.1 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. Pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps, 16 laps to go.
Interesting. Verstappen hit us at the start. I wonder if he damaged his wing.
Behind us is 6.0 seconds.
Bit of understeer into Santivot. That's always a little bit of a bun clincher. All right. Let's get after Perez. It seems like he's slowed down a little bit. Ah, crap. Car's fine. Oh, boy. Perez not able to do anything on Ricciardo ahead of him. Ricciardo is definitely holding the both of us up at this point. I just can't seem to claw an advantage back down the straights here. And wheel spin negates a little bit of momentum that we had. Look at this. Now we've got a little bit of damage to the front wing. Perez just dove on the anchors there.
To the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
See if that downforce is going to be hurting us a little bit. We do have the car trimmed up for maximum downforce, so I don't think that's going to affect us too badly. Just taking the paint off of the tire sidewall there.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
The car's fine, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Perez going defensive here. And he's, look at how slow he is now. I'm just basically trying to check up. I don't trust him now.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
really slows up into the hairpin. He's just falling away a little bit from Ricciardo now. We are a little bit closer to him than we have been. But going into Tabac is not an overtaking position, not in the least. All right, Seb's in the pits.
Sebastian has just entered the pits. Sebastian is in the pits.
And Sergio's in the pits. This is when we have to go. Free DRS. We'll inherit the lead briefly, I think. Nope, Bottas still in the lead. He'll pit on this lap most likely. Now we have to go right now. Personal best sector 1, that's what we need to be doing. Some clear air now in front of us. Maximum concentration for maximum attack, so that we can overtake the Michael. You know, one of those things. The Michael needs to be the overtaking of the Michael. Yeah. Yes, I know that's Mika Häkkinen. All right.
The pit window has opened. Pit window now open for you.
Leading the race on the pit stop cycle, but now is where the strategy that we've got comes to the fore. If we can be quick, set up a little bit of an undercut, if you will. Tires still feel okay. How are they? Okay, they are all right. Rear wear is a little high. That's to be expected around this place. Gonna have to turn the engine back pretty soon.
18.
No. Not pitting in. Right, here's where we go into fuel save extravaganza time. It is the opposite of party mode. I am ruining that little bit of front wing damage now. Quite honestly, it was a racing incident. Perez just kind of slowed down. Didn't expect him to do that at that point on the racetrack, but he did. We're paying for it. Again, it's a slight amount of damage, but it is affecting the car a little bit. And despite this place not really having any high-speed corners, really it's only hurting the car through Tabac, which is rot her. And then through the really fast flat-out chicane at the swimming pool, which was right there. All right. What have we got? Let's see, is there any sort of antics we could get up to in terms of trying to take our teammate out? Yeah, desperation setting in. Seb's behind me on fresh tires. He's done with his pit strategy. Let's see. We change the front wing on this stop. It's going to negate any advantage that we still have. Yeah, we're gonna change the front wing. And it is time to pit. We are losing too much time. Seb is right behind us. Can we attempt to take him out? Can we damage his front wing? Can we do anything that's going to sabotage his race? We're going to try. Turning the engine back. Let's see, can we park it right in front of Seb by braking a bit early? Maybe a little bit. Oh, look at that. That was pretty. Haha. Illegal overtake on Vettel, come on. Let's dive back into the pits. That was not an illegal overtake, that was a racing incident. That was a racing incident, and all of you know it. Now Seb is going to be stacked. Yes, look at this, this is brilliant. Haha. All right, well, Hamilton got through, but Seb's race is done, yes.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
And that's +1 position on the starting grid. Very nice. Verstappen is immediately behind in P6. He is also on the super softs. His tires are a little bit older than ours. Of course, his tires are up to temperature and ours are not. That's going to change momentarily. All right, so we've managed to sabotage our teammate. Seb will be very cross with us. That's okay. Hamilton scampered off into the sunset, but that's always going to happen because, you know, #blessed. But Seb, oh yeah, we're waving the colors for Ferrari all of a sudden. This going to mean a contract renewal up to 2036 or so? Most likely for Mr. Raikkonen, the longest-serving Ferrari driver in Ferrari history. I know that's not quite true, but it's getting there. Let's see, Verstappen is behind. I don't know what the gap is. I don't think he has DRS. We miss a gear, that's okay. We are trying to save fuel anyway. 1.4 is the gap to Verstappen. No idea where Seb is. Personal best in Sector 1. Come on. Max is far enough away from us so that we don't have to worry about him that much. Where's my teammate?
Our best lap so far is
It's not what I said.
15.9.
Not what I said at all. Steering wheel. Hey, someone give it to me.
Our tyre data is looking positive so far.
All right.
There's plenty of life left in these for the moment. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected.
All right, that didn't work either. Sebastian Vettel, fastest lap, 1:14.612. Where is he, though? Full race update.
You have P5. Perez ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 13.3 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. Verstappen behind. The gap to the car behind is 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 6 laps to go.
We're holding our own against Verstappen in Mode 1. How about that? He must have had damage in that first lap incident, and I'm guessing he didn't repair it in the pits. So even with us losing time with the longer pit stop due to the wing replacement, and losing a little bit of time
You're managing it well.
on the in lap there, you know, wrecking Vettel's day, we still managed to be one position above where we started. Of course, that's partially because we took our teammate out. However, not bad, not bad. Perez still in front of us.
Okay, gap to leader, 29.7 seconds.
29.7 seconds. It's like watching the Spanish Grand Prix all over again. Lewis Hamilton winning that race by 23 some odd seconds over his teammate in exactly the same car. Yeah, I hope the real Monaco Grand Prix is a little bit more exciting than that. Personal best in Sector 1. Wow, by 4/10. And just like that, we're getting into the nitty-gritty in this race. 1.22 is the fuel delta in the positive direction. We can turn the engine up if we want, but at this point, it's not really that productive to do so because we're not going to be able to mount a challenge to Perez, who is probably in France by the time you work the gap out.
Hamilton's out in front.
Yeah, I know Hamilton's out in front. Don't tell me Hamilton's out, because I'll get excited.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
5 laps of fuel remaining and 5 laps of racing remaining. I can do that. Actually, 4 laps of fuel remaining. No, 4 laps of racing remaining. 5 laps of fuel, yeah. I don't get crossed up. Not in the least. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. A few very exciting and defensive words very nearly exited there. That's okay. Fuel delta +1. Gap to Verstappen. 4.5 seconds. See, there's no reason for me to be running in mix 3. Our tire situation, fine.
Our gap behind is 4.9 seconds.
Wow. See, Verstappen is basically halfway back to the Netherlands at this point. Perez in front has now just driven himself into Spain. And Hamilton, I believe he's just arrived in New York City.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.4 seconds.
11.4 seconds? No, correction. Perez has just crossed the Portuguese border. We'll be making it to the Canary Islands in the next couple of laps. I don't know where Seb is. He's probably in Bahrain by now. As for wherever Marcus Ericsson is, I think he's probably still here in Monaco with us, but he's already gone backwards around the world at least once.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Well, that's convenient because we've got 1.5 laps of this race remaining. I'll take that all day long, thank you very much. Yes. Cutting all the curves. And how about that? Because we dove into the pits, and because Vettel dove into the pits behind us, that illegal overtake, which was totally legal and completely accidental, the fact that we punted him off into Hamilton and whatnot, you know, completely accidental and not premeditated in any way, because we dove into the pits, we did not have to serve that illegal overtake penalty. Now, I don't know if that was because I dove into the pits or because Seb dove into the pits behind us. Either way, we circumvented that little bit of FIA nonsense. And just like that, we are into the second sector of the final lap. Let's just keep this thing on the island. I don't know if I've ever finished a race at Monaco in F1 2017. Hamilton's in first place. He has just won the race in Mexico City, I think. Yep. Off we go through Sarcasme for the final time. Short shifting into second gear into the final chicane, making a total mess of it, but it does not matter. Across the line, a solid and completely honest P5.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Okay, not bad. It's about where Raikkonen should be. See what the final order is.
Off a great victory here today.
Yes. Best fans, hashtag blessed, hashtag still I rise. Yeah.
We could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got
Oh God,
the
it's
speed over
Julian
everyone
Palmer.
else, and that's exactly what they had today.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want
No
to be.
podium for us today, but that's okay.
Out onto the podium after a fascinating
Once
Grand
again,
Prix.
Valtteri Bottas finishing in second place, thus proving himself once again unworthy of that Mercedes seat. Give it to Danny Rick, please and thank you. I want to see where Seb finished. We
And
wrecked
now
his
I'd like
day.
to ask you, Anthony
Oh,
Davidson, who was your
man.
driver of the day?
I'm going to go for Marcus Ericsson.
Oh, God,
He's
what?
clearly got a very delicate touch in
What?
close proximity to other cars, and he's matured a lot over the past few seasons.
Marcus
He's done
Ericsson,
well today.
driver of the day.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Anthony,
What?
it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Okay, Marcus Ericsson, driver of the day. P18 is where he is. He started in 20th. He's up 2 positions, but he's a lap down. Okay? He was beaten by Lance Stroll and Julian Palmer and Daniel Kvyat. Really, driver of the day. How about those amazing tactics pulled off by Kimi Raikkonen, who finished 5th after starting 6th? He had front wing damage to contend with. He had his teammate run into the back of him through the swimming pool, and he almost collected by Lewis Hamilton as well. You didn't see that tremendous bit of totally unfair crash driving by Sebastian Vettel. That's not worthy of driver of the day. What is then? At least they didn't give it to Max Verstappen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this very sarcastic ad hoc look at a very short Monaco Grand Prix here with the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen. Honestly, I hope that Mr. Raikkonen could come within a shout of winning the race in Monaco. I know that that's quite unlikely, but we can keep hoping. I think Kimi still has what it takes, but we will find out in due course. Until next time, Ferrari Man 601 saying thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you soon.